if they're in the U.S. If they're anyone else, I imagine they don't really care, but for the time being. Alright, let's see what's on the internets today. Everything big on my end. I don't know what to talk about, so we're just gonna move on and see what you all want to talk about, if and when people arrive. Oh, hey, Daddy. Daddy, how you holding up today? I know today's a rough day for you. Or yesterday, I guess. I always forget how I technically do these in the morning, but oh well. Yeah, how you doing, man? Ugh. If I seem a little muted today, that's because it's been a really long week, and thankfully we're on the tail end of it, and things are looking better, but it was hard working the last few days. Hey, AK, how you doing, man? Hope you guys enjoyed a nice day off at the very least. Actually, AK, I don't know where you're from, so maybe I shouldn't assume. I tried to have sleep at enemy and like, shit, I'm sorry, there is. Like, are you in a place like area? Because you own your own land, right? So, like, are you in a place where you have to deal with a lot of fireworks? Or I'm from New Jersey. Oh, okay, then yeah. I hope you had a good day off too. I officially start as a teacher next week, and I was like, "Ooh, I don't like it." I mean, I'm excited for the job, but you know, starting is never the fun part. But it's gonna be an exciting week. Finally, could see how I do as an actual teacher. And I guess brace for whatever happens next in life. So weird this year. Then again, a lot of years recently just been very bizarre. I actually went to Six Flags to see the fireworks. I'm gonna make a YouTube video about. Nice. All right, cool. Good shit. Good shit. I remember when I used to work at a theme park, and I'm not gonna say which one. And was like in the area for the Fourth of July fireworks. So in between shows, I was able to come out and just watch fireworks for a little bit. It was cool. It's a good experience. That job was very much a hit and miss job, but there were definitely some perks. Oh, different times, different times. I think it was my first job out of college. It's like resource shows other fireworks stuff. Very cool. Cool. Yeah, we're lucky. We get like live in a place that has a good view of a few different firework things that happen. So we just gotta sit in the living room and just look around, and we see fireworks. So it's a pretty cool. And it's like one show like way over there that like does one all night. So you really just sit there and watch that for however long you want. But again, like I said, if fireworks are triggering, though, I imagine it's a completely different story and experience. I know I should do. I should actually post the link up to the stream onto the Discord. Yeah, I know people were gonna get today because I know it's a holiday weekend, and I don't know how many people are either doing stuff or maybe just not at home or whatever the case may be. So we'll see how many people show up and feel chit chatty. Meantime, I will chit chat alone because I am rebuilding my energy to do that slowly but surely. It is dependent on a few things working out, but I feel pretty optimistic about all of it. So yay! You just blocked your post? No, Durs, I didn't see it. If you want to like send it to me on Discord, feel free. That way I can just read it out here. But yeah, I have no control over that part. That's all YouTube. Which I fucking hate. I wish YouTube would actually give me some autonomy in that decision, but no. Maybe that won't do it all, will it? Okay. Let's see, paste the link. There we go. Okay. In the clear. Yeah, YouTube's moderation policies frustrate me. People come out here and launch their fireworks because they aren't allowed in city limits. Ah, okay. Shit, dude, that sucks. Yeah, and I guess there's nothing really to do about that. I mean, I guess you could call the police, but what are they gonna do? Yeah. I don't have the words to express other than just like I hope you get the rest you need. And I'm doing the yawning thing again. I mean, as of next week, I get to work on a schedule that fits me better. So we'll see how it works out. Hopefully, I get more consistent rest. I don't have to be a morning person anymore. So I'm already looking forward to that piece alone. Because I'm tired of being a morning person because I'm not one. Hey, Anya, how you doing, man? Welcome back. Welcome back. What is up? Actually, Anya, maybe you can answer a question for me. Because we were looking at this earlier today. I understand there's a Sonic the Hedgehog murder mystery game. I want to know, as the resident Sonic fan, have you played it? Is it any good? If we call the police, the sheriff is the one that shows up because I'm outside the city police's jurisdiction. Ah, gotcha. That's yeah, really nothing you can do about it though. Okay, is there? Well, shit. Shit. That sucks. That's good property too, as long as you can just move and they even if you did gain farmland elsewhere, probably would have the same issue. They take in for 30 minutes, 2 hours, and by then, like the worst of the damage is already done. And like I enjoy fireworks, I do. I wish there were better options for those who are, for various reasons, are not on that same page. And I know there's a lot of places that are doing drone shows instead of fireworks shows nowadays. So that could be an interesting trend away from maybe the big boom booms. But we'll see if that takes off, or if there's kind of they're just kind of buns together. I don't know. Yeah. Trying to find a silver lining there, and there isn't one for people like who are triggered by it. I have played. It's kind of good, but some of the characters are kind of fan service, though, like Shadow Knuckles being shy, even though they're stoic and meathead. Okay, fair enough. It feels like a fair evaluation. Because my partner was looking for like free to play games on Steam. I'm fine with the one lighting them. It's those unexpected booms that get me. Ah, I see. So when you're not expecting it, that's what it like creeps up on you. Got it. Okay. Yeah, that's a dilemma. That's a dilemma. Well, I know you're not. I know any suggestion I can make. I'm willing to, but you've already tried. So I'm just gonna say, sorry, man. I wish there was more. I wish there was a better solution for you. Damn. Today was nice. 2 nights in a row. Thank you, Token Bat. Ha 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 ha. Yes. I am back here again. This is technically 3 days in a row. Wait, is it? What is today? Friday. Yeah, this is 3 days in a row that I was on streaming today, this week. So thank you very much. I had to take 2 days. I go for 2 days, and the people give me shit over it. But anyway. No, like today was the first night in a very long fucking time where I actually had the thought, like, okay, maybe everything's actually going to be okay, and I actually accepted that, and felt like the first feeling of peace I've had in years. And it was kind of weird. It really did feel like I was talking about me. Oh, my bad. I apologize for my accusations and Token Bat. Welcome back. Gotcha. Okay. That makes much more sense. I apologize then. It's my fault for assuming. Or misinterpreting. Whatever you want to call it. How you doing, Token Bat? What's got you in the AM this morning? Checking something. There we go. It's quite all right. Yeah. Well, what keeps you up this early there, Token Bat? What difficulties of the world are we compelled to think about today? We're not talk about it. Fair enough. I'm not gonna pry. I don't feel like it helps. That helps anyone. Hey, Roosevelt, haven't seen you in a hot bit. How are you doing? Just can't sleep. Okay, fair enough. Like I said, you don't owe me an explanation. I was just curious. But if you don't want to talk about it, that is a-okay. Do I have you? I'm doing okay today. It's been a long time, like, since I've been kind of feeling this okay. It's a nice feeling. Yay for the Sleepless Club. Yeah, I guess that brings you people here every now and again, right? I don't know. Sometimes I want to start doing like a day stream, balance it out a little bit, but I just haven't had the time or focus for it yet. You seem stressed and like you've been pulling hair. No, it's because I never had hair this long before, so I just kind of play with it because I'm not used to it. So my ADHD just kind of toys around with it. I mean, I have been stressed. I am stressed, but you know, when you have those reprieves within that stress, we're actually allowed to sit down and kind of hope for a minute that things are actually going to be okay, despite all of it. So it's a nice feeling. You don't get it very often. When you do, you gotta cherish it because you never know when the next one's going to be. I feel that. Yep, so you know what I'm talking about. Just a nice fucking feeling we don't get enough of as adults, as traumatized adults. Making progress on guitar. Oh yeah? How you good you getting, Token? I didn't know you played the guitar. Or if you told me, I forgot, which is... Whoop. Oh, Julian Hammond died. Oh, damn. Okay. At least you have hair in your head. Most of mine is on my back. I don't know. Honestly, I wouldn't really mind going bald. I know my partner would have a big problem with it, but I honestly wouldn't really care. I feel like the minute I start showing real signs that I'm balding, I'm just gonna shave it all off. Cause like, no, why do that denial thing with the fucking comb overs and shit? And like, no, I don't want to be that kind of older person. Just shave it all off. Let me figure out my identity from there. Maybe take a lumberjack, whatever. Get my Kratos body finally. Grow out the beard. Really just knuckle down and go for like the badass old white person vibe. It's cliche. That's often associated with Vikings. Yeah. It's mostly a joke, but part of me was like that kind of serious. At the very least, like I would just shave it. And I've actually had time to get like a Kratos body. Granted, even if I did have the time, I don't know if I probably wouldn't do it. But it's a nice thing about. Hey, Jeff, how you doing, man? Hurt. Only been playing a few months, so not that good. But today I played a piece of song successfully. I'm only struggling to not screw up after 5 seconds. Well, that's good. That's progress. What song you learn to play? Anyway, Riceblock, how you doing, man? Haven't seen you in a while. Or I guess yesterday, technically, it's not tomorrow. Oh, let's not play that game. As far as I'm concerned, it's still today until I go to sleep. Is everybody? And Mary's still recovering. Oh, that's right. I think I saw on Facebook you're getting some surgeries lately, right? I only see bits and pieces, but I kind of enough to at least get the basic concept. Sorry, I'm still perfect by design by a smaller artist called Nate Wants to Battle. Like the name. It's rough on that. Shit, dude, I'm sorry. Like, are you done with them at least, or you still got like more to go? Everyone's recovering from something it seems. Yeah. I think these last decade or so is really just taking a toll on everybody. Especially those who not like had to go into adulthood around this time. Woohoo! What a world. What a world we live in. Man, everyone's either sick or exhausted or stressed or Yeah, there's and a lot of reasons for it. A lot of it could be personal. It could also be the fact that job market's kind of down the tube right now, so a lot of people have a hard time getting jobs. Um, Things are already seeming like they're going to get a lot harder in the not so distant future, and we're all just fucking tired of just living, surviving to survive as opposed to surviving to live. I mean, that was my greatest frustration for a long time. Y'all just want to get out of that state and start prospering, but the prosper never seems to come. Just more and more struggle. All you can do is keep doing what you can, get creative, get funky about it, and hope to God that you can eventually find that prosperity. But many don't. And that makes me sad. I know I got on a sad tangent. I'm gonna correct myself back on task. Well, not really task, I guess. Best to a lighter subject. Anyways, I'm gonna check up Gizmodo. I haven't checked up Gizmodo in a while. Let's see what's on there. I'm trying to think what's actually. Oh, Elon's mad again. Okay, it'd be interesting. I don't know if that's really surprising. I guess Spider-Gwen has joined the official 616 universe now, and that is a weird choice. Limited society that demands you justify your existence in one form or another. Yeah, it's not a fun thing. Not a fun thing to do at all. Oh, I keep forgetting that the new Jurassic Park movie is made by Gareth Edwards, who made the first of the reboot Godzillas, which, not perfect. I liked. Then again, if it has Godzilla in the name, I'm probably gonna say it's at least a little good. Except for the anime one they did, that 3-parter, I didn't really like that at all. Oh, OpenAI hits the panic button. Woohoo, okay. I still got some friends up and down will swear behind AI. Yeah, the 616. So they kind of want to just like smush Spider-Gwen into the mainstream universe, and have her officially in there, which makes a lot. It's not a choice I agree with. We'll see how it goes. It does make things weird though. I like Gwenpool more than Spider-Gwen. Yeah, fair enough. I mean, they are very different characters. And it's kind of amazing she survived like the onslaught of Gwen variants that there were for like a half a minute. Sorry, I zoned out. I was thinking about Lego Marvel superheroes for a second. I got completely zoned out. Superman's weakness to kryptonite has been tweaked, for lack of a better term. He turned gold and became stronger for a brief period. Yeah, I mean, that's been changed a lot. Is that something that just happened now? Hey, Dang, how you doing, man? Hope you're doing good. What other Gwen variants were there? Marvel, Gwen variants. That's what it's reached the Superman limit. Ah, okay. I mean, he did technically do that in All-Star Superman as well, so it's probably a callback to that. The basic premise is the giant asteroids made kryptonite much more plentiful. Okay. Okay, not as much as I thought there were. Although apparently there's a form of Gwen Stacy that is also Mysterio? Usually don't get Marvel comics, but I think I might get the new Avengers comic they're producing starting this month. Superman for the dreaded. Oh god, we don't talk about the pink kryptonite. The pink kryptonite was a bad idea from start to finish, and they should have known better. Yeah, but I guess part of it too is they're using like Spider-Gwen to like replace the Gwen Stacy universe, and that makes people like, that feels weird. Mysterio Gwen Stacy is in the Ultimate. Well, don't spoil it for me, Jeff. I haven't read it yet. Like, don't give that away from me. I haven't read it all yet. Well, now I know where they're going with that. I worked hard to avoid spoilers for that series because I wait for the volumes to come out. So don't tell me anything else. Do not tell me a single thing that happens. Last I read it, they got caught by Craven. That's as far as I've gotten. All right, no harm, no foul. There you go. Best versions of Gwen from the comics ranked. Let's see. Oh, I guess there was a Gwen Craven the Hunter. Let's see what this one says. After leading a superhero team full of Gwen Vengers, Ghost Spider is backed into multiverse chaos with Spider-Gwen Shadow Clones, which pits her against the Gwen version of the Sinister Six. One of the members of this team is Gwen Craven, a mix of Gwen Stacy and Craven the Hunter. Thanks to the upcoming film and its appearance... Oh, that's irrelevant. Surely... Alright, next one is Earth 58163's Gwen. After the Scarlet Witch warped all reality in House of M, the standard Marvel 616 universe was temporarily replaced by an alternate one, Earth 58163. In this alternate universe, Wanda Maximoff created the life she always wanted with her children resurrected. Nearly every Marvel character was altered in some way. The X-Men didn't exist, Mary Jane Watson became a famous actress, and Peter Parker became a pro wrestler. The Gwen Stacy of House of M married Peter, and they had a child named Richie. The two acquired wealth from Peter's fame, provided a lavish home for their parents. Despite the reality being a facade, Gwen lived a happy life in the House of M. So that's actually a good ending for her. Earth 7736 Gwen Stacy. What If Volume 1, Issue 24 reimagines the infamous moment when Gwen Stacy falls off a Brooklyn Bridge, but this time, Spider-Man leaps to save her rather than shooting a web. Thanks to that one difference, Spider-Man is able to save Gwen's life. The following story details the aftermath of the Turning Point storyline, if and had Gwen lived. Peter reveals the identity Gwen proposes to her. Norman Osborn, surviving the encounter as well, released Spider-Man's identity to the world. J. Jonah Jameson crashed Peter and Gwen's wedding. Oh, it just fucking did a thing on me. With police officers forcing Peter to flee. The issue concludes with Robbie Robinson promising to help reunite the married couple. So there you go. They become fugitives if Gwen didn't die. Oh, here's one. Gwen Jones, a.k.a. Captain Marvel. Alright, let's see what we got here. Spider-Man Gwenverse introduced Gwen Jones, a powerful but short-lived version of Gwen Stacy. Jones, who served as Captain Marvel on her Earth, is a reference to Rick Jones. She's the main user of the Negabands, and she's linked to Mar-Vell. In fact, her suit is obviously inspired by the 70s version of this hero. While all the other Gwens in Gwenverse get to understand each other, Gwen Jones sacrifices herself and implodes, becoming the catalyst of Gwen's Earth destruction. This act separates her from other versions because it shows how powerful she truly is, but also speaks volume too about Gwen's guilt about her role in other people's lives. Alright. Ultimate Gwen, not the new one. The old one, where they made her kind of like a punk teen. Let's see. Clone conspiracies seem to follow Gwen Stacy wherever she may appear, even in alternate universes. Ultimate Spider-Man, created by Brian Michael Bendis and Mark Bagley, allowed the creatives at Marvel Comics to reinvent classic Spidey stories, including the Clone Saga. Ultimate Gwen's life paralleled her 616 counterpart in many ways. Her father, Captain Stacy, died, and Gwen herself was killed. Gwen will return on several occasions thanks to the ability of symbiotes and clones. Eventually, the real Gwen Stacy revived and offered advice and wisdom to the new Ultimate Spider-Man Miles Morales. Well, there we go. And there's another variation known as Nightbird. Is anyone still here, by the way, or is anyone just kind of chilling? Written by Jason Aaron and illustrated by Ed McGuinness, the new Heroes Reborn storyline explored an alternate world where the classic Avengers team never existed. This branch of continuity led to the creation of new superheroes, including Gwen Stacy's Nightbird. This universe's version of Gwen was a lot like DC's Batgirl. After the death of her father, George Stacy, Gwen was trained by superhero called Nighthawk and became his sidekick. As Nightbird, Gwen was an expert martial artist who used various gadgets to battle alternate versions of the Jackal and the Goblin. Ultimately, Gwen was exposed to Goblin gas, causing her to turn on her mentor. Yeah, it's a lurk mode. Fair enough. Funny thing is, I know a woman named Gwen. Unfortunately, she did total. Okay. Well, I'm sorry, that Gwen sucks. Oh, Eric, speaking of which, there's a Green Goblin Gwen. On Earth 3109, Harry Osborn was bitten by the radioactive spider instead of Peter. Gwen designed a glider and became the version of the Green Goblin who fought crime alongside Harry's Spider-Man. The two proved to be quite the dynamic duo until Harry and Gwen's father were killed when the Sandman attacked. Gwen slowly became entranced in her goblin persona, abandoning her friends and her life as Gwen Stacy. The Goblin Queen first appeared in Spider-Gwen Ghost Spider #1. She encountered the Ghost Spider of Earth 65 during the events of Spider-Geddon and helped develop a device that would help send her back to her home universe. There's a lot of these fucking things. The Gwen Goblin. Yeah. Essentially. Alright, next one. Gwen Rogers, aka Captain America. Damn, they really did go overboard with this. Inspired by Samantha Wilson and Steve Rogers, Gwen took it upon herself to become a hero. She perfected the super soldier serum on her Earth, renamed herself Gwen Rogers, and became Captain America. When it comes to her connection to Gwen, she represents the heroine deep sense of I can't talk today. She represents the heroine's deep sense of justice. Besides the fact that she's kind and generous as almost any other Captain America in the multiverse, Gwen Rogers stands out from other variants because she provides a meta-narrative to Gwenverse. Since she's a die-hard comic fan, she spent the whole storyline making references to Marvel Comics that readers simply loved. Samantha Wilson. Yep, that's what it says here. Alright, here we go. Earth 617 Gwen Stacy. While Spider-Gwen jumped from one reality to the next in her solo comic book series, she landed in a universe that was exactly the same as Earth 616, the main universe timelines. Spider-Gwen's presence altered the trajectory in this world's history, creating Earth 617. Earth 617 Gwen was inspired by the heroic nature of Spider-Gwen. After Spider-Gwen returned to her home universe, she bonded with her universe's Venom symbiote to become Spider-Woman. After learning that many Gwen Stacy across the multiverse died at the hands of the Green Goblin, she ventured to other Earths and recruited Gwens who had become Spider-Women as well. Is that all like a gender swap world? It's more like just different variations of the character Gwen Stacy. Apparently there were a lot more than I thought there were. Alright, take care, AK. Thanks for hanging out. We have Earth 616 Gwen Stacy, we know that one. There's Spider-Man Left Story Gwen Stacy. I have very mixed feelings about Spider-Man Life Story. For those who don't know it, it's one that's supposed to like go through his entire comic history, but it's like if he actually aged in real time, as opposed to, kind of being in his 20s forever. But this one is like it's supposed to like it's supposed to have a continuous narrative. The problem is it jumps so quickly from time period to time period. You never really get to understand who he is in any one of them. But anyway, Spider-Man Life Story presented a version of the Marvel Universe that aged naturally. For example, Peter was bitten by the spider in 1962 and passed away in 2019 as an old man. The Gwen Stacy of this universe married him and worked for Miles Warren, who secretly created clones of the couple. The real Gwen Stacy was killed in an explosion, and the clone of Gwen left with the clone of Peter to start a new life. Years later, Gwen's clone assumed the identity of Helen Carroll to work as J. Jonah Jameson's therapist in prison. She helped Jonah overcome his hatred for Spider-Man. Helen gifted Peter a memoir written by Jonah that acts as an apology to Spider-Man. I know only Gwenpool and Spider-Man. Well, I know a lot more. Next one. Why are these two blank? Why are they blank? I don't like them blank. No respect. So this version of Gwen Stacy who dated Peter Parker instead of Mary Jane. Do you mean who dated Mary Jane instead of Peter Parker? I was gonna like, well, that's the original one. Okay, here we go. There's one called Sand Gwen. Oh, geez, they made a Sandman variant too. You ever read Batman White Knight? Thinking read that soon. I've read it. Yeah, I like it. All right. Shadow Clones #2 introduced Sand Gwen, a mix of Flint Marko and Gwen Stacy that wants to take Earth 65's Gwen down. Although she debuted as a villain, Sand Gwen became one of the Ghost Spider's best allies after she released from her mind control. Since then, Sand Gwen has shown to be a great team leader. On one hand, she's incredibly loyal to Gwen, even when she asks her not to. But additionally, she's incredibly smart. Although she's clearly shy, which seems to come from both Sandman and Gwen, she's quick on her feet and often finds ways to escape trouble during battle. And here we go. This one that we were talking about earlier, Gwenpool. Who could have guessed that a character with the combined traits of Gwen Stacy and Deadpool could become such a hit? Gwenpool originally appeared on a variant cover for Deadpool Secret War #2. The character design became popular among fans, so Marvel introduced her as an official character in Howard the Duck Volume 6, #1. Gwenpool exists in a universe where all the Marvel heroes and villains were fictional. After she was transported into Marvel 616 universe, Gwenpool retained meta-knowledge of the world around her, even though she disregarded everything as fake when she first arrived. Gwenpool has since become more heroic, joining the West Coast Avengers. The Gwen Stacy took the place of Mary Jane was in a few of the movies. I mean, if we're talking comic book stuff, Gwen Stacy always came before Mary Jane. At least in the original universe stuff. Hey, buddy.
It's easier for some women than others, Michael.
Oh, shut up. That's my new roommate, by the way. She's more of a night owl. Oh boy, there is. Okay, I got one more variant here, so I'm gonna wait till you're done making ice.
What?
Don't worry about it.
What?
I said I was waiting for the noise to stop before I continue talking.
Oh.
Anyway. That wasn't passive aggressive, by the way. That was just stating intention.
All right.
Okay, you're gonna be like that about it.
Oh, I'm not, dude. I'm not. What am I supposed to say? I'm not being any kind of way.
You're right. I'm sorry. I'm still very high, so
Okay.
I'm gonna blame that.
I'm not at all. I need to refresh.
Yeah.
I just watched a whole ass movie.
What movie?
Wrath of Becky.
I have not heard of that one. What's that one like?
Did you remember the movie Becky?
No.
This girl at a cabin kills a bunch of neo-Nazis.
Oh, okay.
She's like 14.
Like the premise. Continue.
Wrath of Becky is the sequel. She's 16.
And still killing neo-Nazis?
Well, she tried to... Every time she thinks she's out, they pull her back in. And yeah, she kills a bunch of people in this one too. It's fun.
It's like, okay. The question I have
Kids
now...
need good role models, you know?
Of course. The question I have now, is there going to be alcohol in that ice?
No.
There you go. The answer is no.
Water.
It's just water. Why do you be weird about it?
Bitch is gonna hydrate.
My screen got taken over by a massive ad, and I don't know how to get rid of it. Nope. There we go. Nope. Still there. Okay. Because apparently they made a Thor variant of Gwen Stacy. Yep, this exists. I was going through a list of all of them. They get weird.
Gwen Stacy is worthy of Mjolnir?
One version of her anyway.
Alright.
There's also a Gwen Craven. There's a Captain Marvel Gwen.
Gwen Creed.
There's a Green Goblin Gwen.
Gwen Creasy. Oh my god.
What's your favorite version of an anti-Superman? AKA, what if Superman was evil type of character? I notoriously hate most of them. But
we were just talking about this, right?
yeah, yeah, with Red Sun. If I had to pick, I'd honestly pick Omni-Man.
Oh! Yeah,
because like that one has a point to it,
yeah,
and it drives a good chunk of the narrative. It's not just there for its own sake. So yeah, I would say Omni-Man. Especially since I've read the book, so I know where the story's going. Besides getting you drunk. Alcohol's good for that. What do you think all the wet stuff does? Besides get you drunk. I think it's the drunk problem we're trying to avoid. But anyway, I'm going to read this thing about Thor Gwen, because I have to know. Alright. Oh boy. Also known as Gwendolyn Janus, or the Goddess of Thunder. Thor Gwen is a perfect mix between Thor Odin's son and Gwen Stacy.
Thor Gwen?
Was that?
They didn't really try with that one, huh? Thor
Well, I
Gwen?
don't know if that's the official name of the character, but that's what it just said in this description.
Oh my god.
Since she's Gwen's ego made into a person, Thor Gwen can be a bit much, since she's aware of her power, which comes across as arrogant. However, this is just a terrible first impression. In reality, Thor Gwen is just like the original God of Thunder. She's naive about the modern world, but she's kind of loyal to her sisters, as she refers to the Gwen Vengers.
What?
Comic books.
Gwengers was right there.
Besides, she's hilarious, and she understands very little about technology. Her comments show that she understands nothing about their ventures beyond the fact that she needs to punch some things. Well, sounds fun at least. Comics are weird. Examples are like Homelander, Omni-Man, and Justice. Yeah, I mean, I answered the question. Oh, you're talking Token Bat. My bad. Token Bat liked your pun. You okay there, buddy?
You got so defensive.
I like the game Injustice. I don't know about the Injustice Superman though. Guess at this point we should just be lucky that Marvel and DC didn't get together and make Batgwen. Give it time. They're starting to do team up books again. They just announced the Daredevil Batman crossover soon enough. Another Amalgaverse might be around the corner. Who knows? That'd be terrible. SDD? What does that mean? Because let's not forget, there's a Wolverine Batman. I think his name is
Batmarine.
I think it's Batclaw. I think it's the name.
Batclaw.
Batclaw. Yep.
That's so...
You know, fuck. Now we're looking at the amalgamation characters.
You know that Pokemon mixer thing where it lets you pick any two Pokemon and shows you like what they look like mashed up together? Feels like people are just doing that with Marvel characters to come with like this.
Well,
Why
it was a real thing for a while.
Oh, I'm sure. But it's not done. It's definitely not done.
I beef Sugar's name. Ah, gotcha. Okay. Irredeemable Mark Wade had an interesting evil Superman. Yeah, I've read it. Irredeemable. I do like Mark Wade as a writer. I'm trying to figure out. There you
Oh
go.
fuck! I remember Irredeemable. I never finished it.
Yeah, I never read it.
Yeah.
It's one of the things I probably had to my list at some point.
I forgot it existed.
All right.
Kind of faded. It's weird considering all the other stuff that's come up. Kind of in the same vein.
Yeah. Let's see what we got here. Okay. So we got Dark Claw. We have Speed Demon. And what was he a combination of? As a member of the Squadron Sinister known as the Wizard.
Who's Speed Demon? Oh, we just put Hellboy on crack.
Oh, this isn't related to the Magniverse. That's not what I wanted. Boo. Iron Lantern was one. I know that one was real.
Iron Lantern.
Yes.
Oh god.
There was a Dr. Doomsday. Doctor Strange Fate.
Oh my god. Some of these names, man.
Beastling. Wait, is that real?
Sorry, was he a little mini beast?
He was Beast and Changeling from DC.
Oh, I don't know Changeling.
There was Runaway. That was Rogue and Gypsy. Let's see what. Super Soldier, who was Captain America and Superman. Amazon, that was Storm and Wonder Woman.
Whoa.
Yeah, right?
Hot. Alright, let's see.
Let's see, yeah. Yeah, Speedy was a character. It's a Ghost Rider and the Flash.
What?
Yeah, that's a real one. There's a Spider Boy with Spider-Man and Superboy. Dark Claw, that was one. I think there's just a standard Punisher that was Punisher with Steve Trevor, which it has an interesting combination. Not a very original name, though. I would say between Mr. Fantastic and Plastic Man. I like Plastic Man better, but I like Iron Man over Batman. Hey, fair enough. Everyone's got their preference. Thanocide, which is a combination of Thanos and Darkseid. I actually kind of like that name. It was some weird mixes. It was a weird time. You guys were probably too young to remember it, but most of you anyway. But it was a wacky time for comics. Thorion, which is the name of Thor and Orion. I don't even know who Orion is. Why Wonder Man and Storm, Ghost Rider and Flash? Why not? I mean, I feel like Storm and Wonder Woman kind of make sense. There was Mariner, who is a combination of Namor and Aquaman. There was Skulk, who was a combination of the Hulk and Solomon Grundy. What's another interesting ones on here? Captain Marvel, who is just a combination of the two Captain Marvels. I actually like that one's pretty funny. What are your thoughts on the Batman villain Anarchy? Kind of angsty, based on what interpretation I saw, but I can't say I'm ultra familiar with his comic book history. I know he's not exactly seen as a big threat nowadays. Hey, Allie, how you doing? Oh yeah, there's Night Creeper, who is a combination of Nightcrawler and the Creeper, which I feel like is a character only I and a few other people are aware of exists. Ooh, we have Fin Fang Flame, which is a combination of Fin Fang Foom and Brimstone. That's a deep pull. I love Iron Man. The standalone movies were great. The way they showed the disadvantage of nanotechnology was great. The fact that they used Black Sabbath song at the end of the movie was great. I do agree. I do enjoy the Iron Man films. I did even like the third one, even though it got a lot of people very mad about that one for some reason. Well, I mean, I get why, but I thought it was stupid. Mr. X, who is a combination of Professor X and Martian Manhunter. And then Savage Shaw, who's Sebastian Shaw and Vandal Savage. Who else? Fame from a Broomstone. Yep, so it's just a giant dragon on fire. I don't think the other ones that people would actually know. Martian X actually sounds pretty cool. Well, it's Mr. X. It just happens to involve Martian Manhunter. Sinestron, a combination of Mr. Sinister and Nimrod and Ultron and Brainiac and Sinestro. That's a fucking combo. God, gosh, it was so weird. Kind of love it. I probably will have to get off soon just because I really fucking need rest as much as I can get. I'm finally starting to feel relatively okay, but it's still difficult. There was also Wraith Claw. Oh no, Hyena. That's what his name was. Who was a Joker and Kraven the Hunter amalgamation. No, it was Joker and Sabretooth. That's what it was. No one. We're talking about comic books, Allie. There's this old universe called the Amalgaverse where they kind of smushed Marvel and DC characters together and made a whole bunch of weird new ones. So that's what we're kind of going over right now. What would it be like if you merged He-Man and She-Ra? In my mind, imagine the non-binary, very super strong hero of magic. I mean, honestly, that could very well be the case. Does anyone know what today is? July 5th? Hello, Savage. I think everyone always gets a rise when getting ready to wind down. Oh, Shatterstar Fire. That's an interesting combination of words. I need to say words. Words are important. Combination of Shatterstar and Starfire. There are too many fucking stars in that statement. It kind of broke my brain. Yeah. Today's more special than yesterday. All right, I'll indulge. Ali, why is that? The Four-Armed Thing, which was the Thing mixed with Rocky Davis. I don't know who that is, honestly. Oh, it probably was Challenger the Unknown. Okay. Today is, in fact, not yesterday, because it's my birthday. Hey, happy birthday, Allie. Congratulations. You survived one more year, one more turn around the year. Happy birthday. I'm having trouble with words tonight. More so than usual. Ooh. No, don't yawn, don't yawn. Don't yawn, don't yawn. I feel like yawning. No, don't. Ah, fuck. Oh, there was also Kid Demon, who was also a combination of Wally West and Ghost Rider. Interesting. Okay. Kang the Time Conqueror, who's a combination of Kang the Conqueror and the Time Trapper. If that broke you, then you then stay away from boo 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 boo. I mean, it's all the same letter. I can get away with it. I'm not gonna count on the boos. I'm just gonna take a random guess, but still. One more year on this earth. It's good or bad. Yeah, I fucking feel that. Oh no, you fucking yell again. No. Oh, no. Oh, God. No, there's a character called Night Spectre. Is combination Nightmare and the Spectre. That's an interesting combination. Uatu the Guardian. It was a combination of the Guardians of the Universe and Uatu the Watcher. I just kind of love that one. He does look a lot like them. That aside, I mentioned that one already. Galactiac. No, whatever. I wonder what would happen if you make Starro and Thanos. That'd be interesting. I like Spectre. Spectre's a cool character. I like Spectre. It was a Galactus Brainiac combination. Let's see what this one is. In the Amalgam Universe, Marvel's planet-munching Galactus and DC's mechanical alien menace merged to form Galactiac. What? That's so fucking weird. The Catalogger and Devourer of Worlds, billed as the ultimate synthesis of mind machine. Galactiac. Alright. Galactiac. Okay, I'm starting to get it now. It's one of the Amalgam's oldest and most powerful villains. In order to replenish his power cells, Galactus consumes the lifeblood of the worlds. At full strength, Galactiac essentially had an infinite pool of unlimited cosmic power and possibly advanced technology. Despite that, the challengers of the Fantastic Four still managed to melt his main neural network and send him right into space in a backup escape pod. Okay. The Mad Star Titan Anyo. Ask your doctor if Galactiac is right for you. Yeah, it does sound like a drug, doesn't it? Oh, this shit gets super weird, and I kind of love it for that. Why am I doing the Legends Oath theme? Starnuts. I don't know. I'm in that state of mind. It's a wacky state of mind. I'm sure many of you understand. But when it takes over, you know there's no going back. Always has the right vibes. Why not? I guess it's fair. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I never do, but, you know. Say Levy. And when he farts in Milky Way, it flows from his butt. Star Notes or Thanro? Yeah, I'm a guy like kind of like Stanos better. I mean, it's not quite to be the nitpicky comic character. It's not like he doesn't quite how that works. Well, actually, Starro doesn't have that power. He's a gigantic starfish who attaches other smaller starfish to people's heads, and that's using mind control. Although I do still love that they managed to get Starro inside the Suicide Squad. Almost forgot about the sentient planet Mogo. I think you should put like Mogo and Ego together. That'd be kind of fun. Make that amalgamation. You don't even have to change. You don't have to change the name that much. You can simply call him Mego, and that'd be it. Alright. Good to see you, Savage. Don't be a stranger, alright? I'll stay on for a little bit longer since people showed up. Before my laptop runs out of batteries. Because it's almost dying. It's dying. Ego. I think you're only gonna place that one O with an E and you got it. So instead of Moego, you just go Mego, you know? Like Mogo, Ego, it works. Comics get weird. I mean, I was really surprised when they said that Ego was going to be the main villain for Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Or, like, when they announced that character's going to be in there. They actually tried to keep that part a surprise. I was like, but he's a giant plant with a face. How's that going to work? With Kurt Russell and all that. But they fucking found a way to make it work. So much of mixed places up in the Marvel Universe. Mixed Marvel and DC. I mean, like I said, that was what they did back in the, like, during the Amalgam Universe days, but for some reason they just had, like, only until very recently they started to do multi-company team-ups again, because they're doing, like, Batman and Deadpool, and they're probably getting out a few others if they haven't already. Like, Nowhere. Okay. Moego. I mean, I understand how it's pronounced. I'm just saying I think Mego is better. Like, I understand how it's pronounced. I'm just saying I think just Mego is better. That's my opinion. But it's definitely not important enough to get into any kind of debate or discussion about. But if they do eventually reintroduce Amalgamverse and they do that, I'm going to have the biggest fucking shit-eating grin on my face. I'm getting Batman, Deadpool, and Deadpool, Batman as soon as they drop. Hey, let me know how it is. I tend to prefer to wait until the volumes are out as opposed to the single issues. I just can't keep with single issues anymore. Well, it's not that I can't. I just don't want to. It feels like a lot of work when I can just wait a little bit longer and buy the whole thing at once. God damn it, we so lucky. Ah. Do you want any specific Marvel DC collabs? Yeah, I can think of one's couldn't hurt. I'm trying to think of one that doesn't include Batman. I feel like Batman is already and Superman have already kind of saturated the market on that. Migos sounds like a kid wanting to go with mommy to the store. We're just gonna disagree on that one, I think. Let's see. If I can have anyone team up, who would it be? I want to think outside the big two. Weirdly enough, I actually would love to see a Wonder Woman Storm crossover. I think that'd actually be a really good, cool series. I just watched Columbiana. Okay. If they do a Deadpool Batman crossover, they better not mess with Wade's personality. I kind of doubt it, because that's kind of his whole appeal. So, it'll probably just Batman being very exacerbated by having to deal with Deadpool. Columbiana. All right. I'm not familiar with that movie. What's that about? So I would like to see Wonder Woman and Storm. Who else? I think Green Lantern and the Guardians of the Galaxy could be very interesting. Shazam and either Thor, Master of the Universe. Yep, that's a good one too. Sentry and Superman. I would actually really like to see how that goes. Because we've all had that question. And the answer is Superman, but we've all had that question. Who even are the detective characters in Marvel Universe, now that I think about it? I'm not really a Detective Chimp or Batman or the Question in Marvel Universe. I think there'd be one. The answer is almost always Superman. Yeah, pretty much. Who else? Who else would I like to see a crossover? You guys have anything to think about? Let me say it in the comments. Let's see. Weird. This might be a weird one. But Dazzler and Black Canary. I don't know why. It just seems interesting enough to work. Little girl sees her parents killed in front of her and grows up to be a hit woman. Yeah, it's hardly unusual in the world of comics. I actually do want to see Superman and Sentry fight. Oh yeah, like it would answer a lot of fan questions. Skokona's Care Bears and Gummy Bears. I was thinking like the same two people, like specifically for Marvel and DC is what I mean. But yeah, for stuff like Care Bears and Gummy Bears. Black Canary is hot. The woman is Zoe Saldana. Oh, okay. Is it any good? No, you spelled it right the first time, Allie. It's spelled with a Z. Is it? Maybe I'm wrong. Before I confirm that. Because I just be, I don't know, maybe stuck on the Z for whatever reason. Oh, never mind. You're right. I'm wrong. Never mind. Your correction was correct. Okay, who else? Who else would I have team up? Plastic Man and the Fantastic Four would be fucking great. It's also that's Lenny James and Cliff Curtis. Cool, good stuff. Is any good? Cloak and Dagger and Static Shock. Yeah, that'd be a fun one. I didn't think about Static Shock. That might be good at it. Is Static Shock still technically part of the DC universe, or is it just like no? He's still, even with his new series, he's still in the DC label, so you could do that. Trying to find something compelling. Plastic Man would annoy the heck out of the thing. Yeah, that's gonna make it fun. Oh, this is gonna be one that's outside the box, but I think it would be funny. It's badass, awesome, in my opinion. All right, cool, good shit. And no one will want this except me. I'm gonna say the Question and Damage Control would be a fucking great one. Because you can literally just make it like damage. For those who don't know, Damage Control in the comics is basically the organization that cleans up after superheroes. Of the old movie Cloak and Dagger. Yeah, the Cloak and Dagger in this context is very different. Speaking of Plastic Man, I read Plastic Man No More recently. Oh, that's a good one. I enjoyed Plastic Man No More quite a lot. Because, oh, yeah, so, like, Damage Control is kind of like, it's not really the one that, like, in the ways in MCU, which is, like, a police force. This one is literally just the cleanup crew. And for some reason, I can picture a story of, like, the Question being on a case. And he turns to the people who clean up after all of their shit. And somehow that forms a bond, and they use it together to solve the case. I think it could work. And Marvel, if you're Marvel DC, if you're listening to me, like, fucking do it. Yeah, it's pretty good. I know, again, it's definitely off the cuff one, but like, I just feel like it'd be interesting. Young Avengers and Teen Titans. I feel like that one's pretty obvious. If we're picking from any era. But you got the new champions. The new champions with Teen Titans. Damage Control cleans stuff up. Damage Control and the Eraser. Oh. I mean, if they're both trying to clean stuff, though, I feel... Oh, is the Eraser, like... What is... Who's the Eraser? I feel like I know who that is, but I'm having trouble visualizing it. What kind of name is that anyway? The Eraser. Oh, I see. Okay. Comics are so weird. I fucking love it. Cleans up villains' crimes. I mean, I feel like they work together. Their job is to get that shit out of there. So whatever gets the job done, I feel like he'd be a star employee, if anything. So yeah, Teen Titans and the new champions. Who else? Doctor Strange and the Doom Patrol. That would be a lot of fun. Challenge the Unknown and S.H.I.E.L.D. That would be a good one. These are series they will never make, but goddamn, it would be great if they just watched one day and like, hey, these are all really good ideas. But that being said, it's kind of like saying, you should stand-up comedy and go up there and like, wow, you want to lead the whole thing? Yeah, I do. That's just ego talking. Okay, so I'm going to entertain a few more before I head off, because I do got to get off. I get going in a little bit. Because I am enjoying this part. No, I don't want to do that one. Something with the Iron Man. I want to think of who Iron Man would be an interesting match with. Something that complements, but also isn't too obvious. Iron Man and Detective Chimp. That's who I want. Iron Man and Cyborg would be obvious but good. Yeah, I suppose you can get that way with that one. The Avengers have Justice League have Team Up stop them. I think it'd be awesome. Maybe, or Thanos and Darkseid would be epic. Yeah. Yeah, that'd be a good one. But no, Iron Man and Detective Chimp in a team up book, I think would be very fun. Who else? Because I'm enjoying this game. I want to keep it going a little bit longer. What about Supergirl? Can we do anything with Supergirl? It would be an interesting match to pair up with. Iron Man and Detective Chimp does sound fun. Thank you. I thought so. No, those are both DC. That won't work. Supergirl and the X-Men. Supergirl and X-Men. You could probably do shit with that. No, because I feel like Supergirl and Miss Marvel would actually work better. Maybe. I'm trying to think of like Supergirl and Poison Ivy. I mean, we're talking about different universe. We're talking about like character from Marvel and character from DC. They're both in DC. They're both kind of overshadowed. Maybe. I don't know. I'm trying to think of ones that aren't too obvious that can provide an interesting storytelling dynamic. Because I don't want to just keep doing like like to like. Let's differentiate a little bit. Bring contrasting power sets together. That's more interesting. So I feel like Supergirl and Captain Marvel would be too similar in that regard. But someone mentioned Miss Marvel, and that could actually be interesting. Like Supergirl and Kamala Khan, I could see that. Supergirl and Storm. Yeah, that could work too. Although I kind of like Storm better with Wonder Woman, honestly. Since she kind of has the whole goddess and all that thing going for her. That makes like a Black Panther. Who can we team Black Panther with? Like, who is Black Panther adjacent in the DC universe? Green Arrow. Black Panther, Green Arrow. That's an interesting team up. Superman and Rogue. Okay, I like Superman and Rogue. That's a good one. There's a lot you can do with that one. What was the one I just said? I thought it would sound like a good one, too. Oh, yeah. Black Panther and Green Arrow. I think that team up could work. And in that same inverse proportion, let's think what can we do with Hawkeye. Hawkeye and Black Canary seems too obvious. Something that he would balance well off of. Moon Knight and Hawkman. Yes! I would crash my car to go buy a book with Moon Knight and Hawkman together. That's a good one. I like that one a lot. Anyway, Hawkeye. Who would be good for Hawkeye? Because that's no, also too obvious. That wouldn't work. Blue Beetle. That could work. Hawkeye and Blue Beetle. I should pitch these to DC, Marvel and DC. Hawkeye and Shiny Knight. Shiny Knight would be a good one too if you want to keep the weapon aesthetics the same. I like clashing two entirely different identities together. Focusing how more less how they maybe complement each other, more like how their personalities would match. What would be the most entertaining to look at, to read? I think if you look at it from that lens, it becomes more interesting because it becomes less about power levels and more about just being creative with it. Hello.
Hello.
So who else? Milena.
What?
If you could have any character from the Marvel Universe cross over anyone in the DC Universe, who would you pick? Because we have like Supergirl and Rogue, Superman, Wonder Woman, Moon Knight.
Aside from the very obvious entertainment value of watching Deadpool troll the shit out of Batman Forever.
Yeah, I mean they were actually making that one.
Oh fuck yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah, they just announced it recently.
Nothing like the most overly serious character just getting mugged by like the least one.
Because we also got Moon Knight and Hawkman.
I don't know. That's interesting.
Iron Man and Detective Chimp. That was my suggestion.
There's a lot to think about.
Yeah.
Huh.
I put in the Question and the Damage Control.
That's fine.
See, that's a good one, right?
Can you imagine the Penguin versus the Kingpin? Seriously.
Okay, now it's all I want.
That could be really interesting.
That actually
It's like
could.
a Crime Saga? That'd be cool.
I actually like the idea a lot. That's pretty good.
I think there's a lot of neat matchups you can make.
Yeah.
It really depends.
Kingpin versus the Penguin. That's good. I like that one. I like that one a lot, actually. That'd be good. That'd be a good matchup. Because imagine that physical confrontation. That would be inevitable in a series like that. I want to outroll the Penguin. At least find a way to get the edge on. Yeah, right? There you go. You see what I'm talking about? That one we should actually pitch. Doing like a Kingpin, Penguin turf war just seems like a natural fit. Like, if we're talking villains, that's kind of a different story. Like, what villains would you think would clash with each other? You know, let's put a pin in that mark for tomorrow, because I do have to get going. But this was a fun conversation, guys. Good hanging out with you all tonight. I will be back on tomorrow, but not the next day and the day after that. So I will see you guys all tomorrow. Take care, everyone. Thanks for hanging out.